Hello and welcome to Roadrunner Predictions. Guys, guess what? NBA's back. So I'm going to do a couple NBA games, then I'm going to go into a couple of college games. I'm going to start off with Milwaukee Bucks 46 and 8 against the Detroit Pistons, who are 19 and 38. The spread's minus 13. The over/under's at 223 and a half. And I think it's going to be kind of a controlled game. I look for more so an underplay. I see a kind of more of a final score of like 114 to 97 Milwaukee. But I actually like Milwaukee minus 13, and that's actually my pick. Between these, they played twice this year already. Milwaukee's walked away with both W's. The first matchup went 104 to 90. That's a 14-point difference. And then at Detroit in December, they won 127 to 103. That's a 24-point difference. And it looks like this team hasn't been able to play teams on the second go-round as tight. But I don't know about the third. We don't have enough on that. But I just think that it's a safer bet that Milwaukee's going to come out and play. Because even if they play a standard game, Milwaukee's going to put up 114. Like, nothing impressive. And this is a very impressive team. We all know that. Detroit Pistons, though, they have to battle to get into the hundreds. So if they play normal, they'll lay about 97 points against this matchup. So they're going to have to battle. We'll give them even a home, say 100. Okay, you still let them point out. But I think it's about 3 points going to Milwaukee's favor. So I like that. So we're going to go ahead and take Milwaukee on it. They haven't played anything spectacular. They played under their number in threes and in field goal percentage, and they still walked away with the 14-point lead. So I don't know. Let's say on the road, even on a more faulty side to Milwaukee, they still come out clean. So I like it. Now let's go into matchup number 2. I have Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors. Who is that? I don't know anymore. Oh yeah, I don't think any of us do because they fell off that hard. We're ready for you, Stephon Curry. They're trying to make some drama about, hey, you want to just sit him out for the year? Maybe just let him heal up and come out next year? And coach is like, no, he's playing when he's healthy. Don't be ridiculous. They're paying him a lot of money. Get him to go to the games. And honestly, right now, it's probably the only thing you want to see there in Golden State. Okay, Houston Rockets are favored 10. They're 34 and 20. And Golden State, what's their name again? Warriors are 12 and 43. Actually, I can't see. 41? I can't. It's right there. 12 and 43. Okay. Sorry, I read all my stuff on paper because I go through my numbers a lot and theories and all that. So sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. The over-under is at 232 and a half. No surprise. This matchup has gone in Houston Rockets' favor in the previous matchup. And now we go to the third one. Golden State, or second matchup, Golden State walked away. So Houston Rockets won the first meetup 129 to 112. The second was 104 to 116. Now the Rockets actually shot a little bit below in their three, but elevated in their field goal position. And that's actually why I like Golden State Warriors getting the 10 points. I think this is a 3.5-point forgiveness to Golden State, and I think there is a little advantage in there. So I have them plus the 10. I'll take it. If they still bring people into the crowds, I just don't know why they're going there to watch them play, but they're probably just waiting for Stephon to come back. So in the previous matchups, even when Golden State walked away with the win, let's say they shot average, they still would have covered this. They would have beat them on the second go-around, and now they're at home. So I do like that matchup. So we are on Golden State Warriors plus 10. Now let me go into the college basketball. I have 3 picks. Well, I went over 3 games extensively, but I have University, South Florida. I was going to call them USF, but whatever. South Florida at Wichita State. American Atlantic Conference, AAC. It opened up over-under at 125, Wichita's favored 10, and it's about the same. Sorry, it is the same. Okay, so in this game, it was kind of odd to me. I was kind of leaning, okay, let me go for Wichita State. And then I kind of liked them for it. But then I saw the spread was 10. I'm like, whoa, 10? Okay, that's a little high. Let's look at some of this other stats. Last 10 for USF is 3-7. Yeah, they have lost some bigger games, but they could still cover with this many points. Well, not all of them, but and then Wichita State is 5-5. Too many points by once again 3.5. On the previous matchup, the Shockers walked away with a 56-43 win victory. Uh, South Florida just lost to Tulsa, 48-56, and Wichita State won against Tulane, 82-57. So Wichita State played an amazing game against the Tulane team. Even though the Tulane sucked, that's not the point. The point is that Wichita State performed, and they performed well. Does it carry in? I know Wichita is a hard place to play in. How would I know that? Because they used to be my old team's rivalry. I still kind of root for them on the side. Even I don't know, it's weird. It's like a weird relationship. That Missouri Valley Conference, you just root for the best. You just root for the best of them because we're small Midwest schools. Now we're doing bigger things. But I think that's too many points against the South Florida team. I think they come within 6 points. They come to play. I know they suck on the road. They're 2-4 against the spread. Or I'm sorry, 2-4 overall. But we're gonna take them. I think you're gaining a few points on it, and I think the axle's gone, the scale's gone too much to Wichita State in the open market, and that's where we lay. So I have UCF plus 10. Now this game, I went back and forth on. Initially, I liked Iowa, and then all of a sudden I was like, no, I kind of like Ohio State. So you have number 24 Ohio State and number 20 Iowa. Consensus is heavy on Iowa right now, but guys, it's still really early. It's literally 4:40 in the morning for me. I don't think that will stay quite that same. I think momentum will kind of go more towards Ohio State. And this is just one website. There's sometimes you gotta check the consensus on all sites or all the ones that I know of because they will be switched or flip flopped all the time. Okay, so I was playing some good basketball, but recently the last 5 games, and they dropped a couple, but they played last 2 on the road. Iowa just got a great win over a Minnesota team. That Minnesota team's good, guys, and they're big guys, good defense, inside box. And Iowa walked away on the road with a 3-point win on that, 58-55. Ohio State just annihilated Purdue, 68-52, and they shot on fire. They shot 4% over on their threes, and I think that's what helped do that. And Purdue actually just bombed. So it was more so Purdue bombing than Ohio State winning that game. Ohio State turned it on the second half like you wouldn't believe. They were coming in with vengeance. So the great coaching, and that we know that Purdue's not a bad team, but they got caught with their pants down. Okay, now Iowa has to go, and all they got to do is play their numbers. They play their numbers this game. Really, I can't gain an advantage on either or because they both average about the same in field goal percent and in threes. So I'm just looking at it as Iowa's pumped up earlier on the day game, 2.5. It'll be a close one if Iowa wins. Let's say Iowa by 3. I'm not even really suggesting it. I'm just doing it to cover the game because when I looked into it, I couldn't find a clear and definite edge. So I'm taking Iowa minus 2.5. That will be the pick for that. But guys, I am not crazy keen on that matchup. I can't really see an edge in it. If you see an edge in it, let me know. Okay, for the final game, this one blew my mind. San Francisco Dons versus Gonzaga. I have no idea where the spread's coming from. I had it set to 7. I think San Francisco should be getting 7 points. And they're getting 18. So then I'm like, okay, what's going on? Why? They're 6-5 on the road. Against the spread, they're 6-4 in the last 10. Gonzaga 6-4 against the last 10. They're 8-6 at home against the spread. They're 14-0. But there's not one single matchup where the Dons haven't been able to cover 18 points. The worst team they've been playing against is St. Mary Gales, and they lost. The worst matchup was in their second set, and they lost by 14. So I think a little bit of this comes from where they just last played. San Francisco just played them like a month or 3 weeks ago, and the Dons played they played well below average on their threes, but they played and below average on their field goal position, and they still kept it close within 4 points to lose. Gonzaga shot 80% from three. Okay, Jed, you shot 5 points. Or you shot 5 threes and you made 4 of the 5. Yeah. But Gonzaga's that filled paint. So what about in the paint where they do? 54%. So Gonzaga had a hell of a game to just walk away with 4-point win. That shows grit for Gonzaga. Good for them. But you'd expect that from the number 2 team. Just crazy. Gonzaga's 26-1. San Francisco is 17-10. A lot of 6, 7, 8-point losses. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if it's congenital biasism, which that's why I think it is. I think people are just looking at the name. Who SF? Who's that? What is that? The Dons. Maybe they're hiring someone to break some legs in Gonzaga. I don't know. I just think it's just the name. It's a late game and 18 points. Holy wow. Gonzaga just come off a win, 89-77 against Pepperdine, and San Francisco is just coming off of a win with Santa Clara Broncos, 70-61. Yep, that's all I got for you. I'm taking San Francisco. That's going to be my main game today because it's just crazy. Hopefully they can cover. Who knows, right? When everything lines up in the universe, it looks like it's going the other way. I hope it's just that people are buying in the name of Gonzaga. They're going to take 18 points against San Fran. So, well, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for hanging out the Roadrunner. If you guys know why that spread's that crazy, let me know down below. Thank you. Enjoy your day.